like, there's a particular sentence in Gangster, and it's in so that scene at the refugee camp where the father and the daughter are at the refugee camp in Singapore, and there's in the hammock, and she hears the sound, and she realizes it's the father crying, and the sentence that follows her realization is, "A dark cloud crossed the face of the moon." You know, and I could see it, and I knew that there would be that. When they leave Vietnam, it's the moon is half full and half vanished, so the moon travels with them, kind of, right? And when I got to that sentence, and I got that it was the "k" sounds, a dark cloud crossed, right? It's that, and I knew, thank Lord, you know, I was like, yeah, that's how you want your cloud to cross the face of the moon. You know, it's like that, and I can't really explain it. I really can't. But when you have those moments as a writer, right, you're like, hell yeah, that's it, you know? Or like in Palm, the kids sitting in the box, the kissing box, there's a sequence where they're like, hold their hands up to each other's face. And that's, as a writer, I'm sitting at my desk, putting my hand up to my face, like, you know, and what does that feel like? I guess, so there's a way in which you lose yourself in that character and the character's reality in that sequence. And when the language, and so you're finding the language for the sensation of being alive in that way, I guess. And language, as we know, exists on on multiple levels, right? I mean, you're creating a picture, but there's also the sound, and then there's the sense of what the language is doing. But then there's also the thing that it can't catch. And so it actually, when it works, you do feel the kind of shadow quality of language. And that's a very exciting, when it works, it's very, very exciting, yeah. But how do you know? Like, you know, you know, because you can feel it, as if you didn't do it. And that's the reward. It's like, for me, I feel like it elsewhere came, you know, or it's like it came through the scene, and yes, and that when time stopped, it stutters. It doesn't stop. It stops twice. It stutters, and then incredibly, inexplicably, it continues. And it's the, you know, ly again. It's like the way that you keep the stutter going with, you know, yeah. But it's not conscious. When you break it down like this, it sounds like it's conscious, but it's not conscious. That's all I'm saying. Like, you know, it's not. So much of, I think, the moments that work don't come to you because you will them. You're primed. You know, it's like going up for the layup. You have to have the training. You know what I mean? If you're not, you wouldn't think that about me, right? But you know, if you're not primed, then like you don't land it, you know. And somehow I feel like, yeah, I don't.